Hello, fifth grade. Today I want you to get pages 231 and 232. We actually did those, I believe, on Monday, but they're getting ready to move us into a new part of speech, into adverbs, and I just want to make sure that we really understand adjectives before we move on. So we're going to do 231 and 232 today, which will be Wednesday for you. And then on Thursday, we're going to review 233 and 234. And then on Friday, I'm going to have like a little, another thing that we'll do kind of like as an adjective review. And then we'll move on to adverbs after spring break. Okay, so please get out this page and work with me, make corrections as necessary. Now, I have these up here. I hope that you've made these in your home as well, but we'll refer to these charts today. And we're also going to refer to our linking verb chart today. Because remember, sometimes these are linking verbs, and in one of our sentences, one of these sensing words is going to be a linking verb in a sentence today. So, okay, so I'm on page 231. I'm on the bottom of this page. It's number 8. I'm actually going to draw a line here because this is where we change from 231 to 232. Let's look at number 8. Thunderstorms are dry. Tell me, or you can't tell me because we're not together right now. So I want you to think about where this sentence splits. The sentence splits after thunderstorms. They're wanting you to label this. So instead of drawing lines, I'll label it as they've asked you to do. So thunderstorms becomes our what? Thunderstorms is our subject. And what is our verb? Are is our linking verb. Okay. And dry. So we have a linking verb here. So now we're looking for a PN, a predicate noun, or a PA, a predicate adjective. So does it rename or does it describe? Dry describes thunderstorms. So this is going to be our PA. Okay. The next step is they want you to diagram that. So here goes, right here is where our subject is. So I've drawn the line here and then the divider between subject and predicate, which goes through the line. Okay. Eventually you'll do all of this, kiddos, by yourself. So that's why we review that so often. Thunderstorms is our subject. What is our verb? Thunderstorms are. Okay, and dry is a predicate adjective. And when we diagram a predicate adjective, we draw a slanted line like that, not coming through the line, and then dry. Thunderstorms are dry. Okay, if you need to make corrections, please do that. Number 9, thunder warned us of stormy weather. Okay, what is the subject? The sentence splits right here between thunder and warn, so our subject is thunder. What did the thunder do? The thunder warned, so this is a verb. Okay, now I want you to look for a prepositional phrase. Hopefully you were able to determine that of stormy weather is a prepositional phrase, so that takes all of those words out of play now, and we are left with the word us. Now let's look at our verb. Is this a linking verb or an action verb? Warned is an action verb, so we're going to look here to our direct object. The direct object receives the action of the verb and it answers the questions what or whom. Thunder warned whom? Warned us, and this is a direct object. Okay, now we're going to I can't remember the name of what we're going to do next.
Diagram?
The word is diagram.
I'm still wondering how thunderstorms are dry and not wet.
I agree. I don't understand why they use that adjective, but
Okay.
they did. So that's what their book said. So
Okay.
Pastor Joel thinks that thunderstorms are wet, just for you. Can you see me? Hello. Okay, so we're going to diagram now. Here we're going to put our subject, and our subject for sentence 9 is what? Thunder. My board's bouncing. Thunder. And what is our verb? Thunder warned. Okay, now we're going to diagram the direct object. And when we diagram direct objects, the line is up and down like that. It does not go through the line. And our direct object is us. And we'll learn how to diagram those later. Okay, now I want you to flip your paper over. Now I'm on page 232. And we're going to do 1 through 7 together. And these are complete sentences on your worksheet. I pulled out the nouns and the adjectives because, well, I needed more board space, so that's why I did it. Okay, so dry thunderstorms. What is the adjective? And in this exercise, they ask you to underline the adjective. So our adjective is dry, and what is dry describing? Dry is describing the noun thunderstorms. Adjectives always describe nouns. Lightning bolts. What is the adjective? The adjective is lightning, describing bolts. Okay, make corrections as needed, please. Large raindrops. Our adjective is large, describing raindrops. Dry air. The adjective is dry, describing air. Large hailstones. The adjective is... Parker's behind me doing a Fortnite dance, trying to make me laugh. It will not work, Parker. Large hailstones. The adjective is large, describing hailstones. Okay, number 6. Hailstones sound noisy. What is the adjective? What is the description here? Description is noisy, and it's describing hailstones. Noisy hailstones. Okay? Then further into that sentence, we have metal roofs, and metal is describing roofs. Okay? Sentence 7, some hailstones. Some is describing hailstones. Okay? The adjective is describing the noun. 16 ounces. Okay, what's the adjective there? The adjective is 16, and it's describing the noun ounces. Okay, if you have any questions about either of these two sections, I want you to send me an email or have your parent text me and we'll discuss those. Okay, let's continue on. So this is 8, 9, and 10 at the bottom of your page. I'm going to come down here too. Hard hailstones damage crops. So tell me, what is, first of all, where does the sentence split? It helps us to do that because it makes diagramming so much easier. So we're going to separate this between the subject part and the predicate part, and that separation happens right there, okay? So, what is the subject in this sentence? The subject is hailstones. If you labeled it with an S, that's fine as well. And what is the verb? Hailstones what? Hailstones damage, okay? What do they damage? First of all, what type of verb is this? This is a action verb. So we look up and ask ourselves, is there a word in the predicate that answers the questions what or whom? Hailstones damage what? They damage crops. So crops is our direct object. Okay, we're left with the word hard. And does hard describe the noun hailstones? It does. So that means that hard is an adjective. A-D-J, nice and clear there. So I know what we're talking about. Okay, let's go ahead and diagram this sentence. What is our subject? Our subject is hailstones. What is our verb? Our verb is damage. Okay, now from up at the top, we know that to diagram a direct object, we're going to draw a line down and not go through that line. And our direct object here is crops. Okay, hailstones damage crops. We need to diagram the adjective hard, and so it comes off of hailstones because that's what it's describing. And we have, well, that's difficult. Hard.
It's not difficult, it's hard.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Make corrections as needed. Number 9. Ice balls are destructive to windows and cars. Okay. So where does this sentence divide between subject and predicate? Right after or in between balls and are. Okay. What is the subject? The subject is balls. What is the linking verb? The linking verb is are, and we're going to label it linking verb because that tells us something. Okay, before we go on any further there, though, let's see if we can find a prepositional phrase, because we like to get those out of the way. Ice balls are destructive to windows and cars is a prepositional phrase. So now we don't need to think about those words anymore for right now. Ice balls are, now we have a linking verb, so we're going to go up and ask ourselves a few questions. Destructive. Does destructive rename or does it describe? And destructive is going to describe. So that's an adjective. It's a predicate adjective. Okay, we've got one more word. Ice. Ice is describing balls. And so that is also an adjective. Describing balls. Now, if we were up here drawing arrows, I would draw an arrow from destructive to balls and from ice to balls. Okay, what's our subject here? We're going to do some diagramming. My subject is balls. And what is my verb? It's a linking verb. Are. When I diagram a predicate adjective, I do that slanted line that does not go through there, and it's destructive. Okay, and then what kind of balls? Capital I-C-E, ice balls. Ice balls are destructive. Okay, kiddos, one more. Hailstones feel cold. Where are we going to divide this sentence? Well, we're going to divide it between hailstones and feel. What is our subject? Our subject is hailstones. What is our verb? Our verb is feel, and I want you to pay attention to the words that are sometimes linking verbs. In this case, this feeling word, feel, is acting as a linking verb. Okay, so hailstones feel what? They feel cold. Let's look up to where our, what the PA looks like, our predicate adjective. It describes the subject. Here, cold is a PA. Cold is a PA, and it's describing hailstones. This word feel is linking hailstones and cold. Okay, so what is our subject as we diagram? Hailstones. Ooh. Okay, what is our verb? Feel. What is our predicate adjective? Cold. Okay, kiddos. So, if you need to make any corrections, wow, I feel like I'm really close to you. If you need to make any if you need to make any corrections, please feel free to do so. If you have any questions still on pages 231 or 232, email me or have your parent text me and we'll discuss those. And tomorrow we'll work on pages 233 and 234 together. Have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.